Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Collar X Malice. And, well, most of the gang's all here, so we're sorting out what to do at the moment. Let's go ahead and get back into that conversation. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. Everyone gathered in the room was looking at me. In order to get rid of the collar, we have no choice but to find out what the truth of the X-Day incidents is. But just how someone with no experience in investigation like me is going to solve such a difficult case, without being able to tell the police anything either. But, as if to ease my doubts, they're telling me that they've already investigated the incidents, as if they had set the stage for me.
We also can't be sure the culprit won't try to come into contact with you. We should try to act together as much as...
That was the moment when, without any warning, the window opened.
Oh, you have a client? That's unusual.
This is the 5th floor, right? How did he get up here? Who is he?
Again? We'll sue you for trespassing.
As I hid the collar in a hurry, I noticed that the others didn't seem too surprised, as if they were used to this.
Sorry for startling you.
That's okay, you're pretty enough, I can forgive you. When I saw his uniform, once he nonchalantly climbed into the room, I gasped. A police badge? And an SP badge? Is he also a member of this group? For some reason, when I asked my question, everyone's expression turned uneasy.
Hey, since you've got a client, should I come back later? That would be nice. And besides, how many times do I have to tell you, if you're going to come here, use the door?
Is there a fire escape out there or something?
But it was closed. And you don't always let me in.
I think that's a hint.
At any rate, go home for today.
Okay. Smiling cheerfully, he left, using the door this time.
This happens every time. He keeps turning up from out of nowhere. Who knows if he's actually left?
While watching Sasazuka go check the corridor, IG began to speak.
That man is supposed to guard us while we're investigating the X-Day incidents. He's Kei Okazaki from the Metropolitan Security Police Division.
Huh? Guard? Even though you're investigating the incidents on your own, the police are guarding you?
Oh, that's what he told us. But who knows what the truth is? I have no idea what the police is thinking, assigning an SP to us.
I see. Metropolitan Security Police Division, SP for short. Usually their job is to guard VIPs, or those whose lives might be in danger. Well, maybe the police, have a lot of faith in this group. Oh, sorry, the info box, which we cannot access at the moment. Security Police, SP. They're basically the secret police of Japan, FYI. Investigating crimes or patrolling a specific area usually isn't within their job description. So it's an odd job for them to put him on. Oh, sorry, and Ichika's line was, does that mean it's somehow beneficial for the police to have someone guard them? And IG's line, darn it, I'm skipping ahead.
And that's why we can't let him find out about the collar. It would be trouble for us if he did. Plus, since the culprit said not to let the police know about it, we can't explain what's going on.
Yeah. He didn't seem too sharp, but you can't judge a book by its cover. Yeah, he seems like the type that he likes to make himself look kinda flaky and dopey maybe, but he's really sharp on the inside. Not to mention the fact he climbed in through the window was alarming in and of itself. I figured it'd be best to be careful of him.
Well then, what is your answer to the question from earlier?
I want to get rid of this collar as soon as possible. That's why I have to investigate the X-Day incidents. Since I can't even report this to the police, naturally it would be best to work together with someone. But... should I really trust them? Is it really a good idea to cooperate with them in secret, even though I'm a police officer? To tell the truth, I have my doubts. If it's okay with you, could you give me some time to think this over?
Right. It must be difficult to come up with an answer right away in a situation like this.
I don't think so. I'd just be like, yeah, I'm joining in. What's there to think about? I don't want to investigate alone. What other choice do you really have?
You might not want to work together with someone you just met, but I don't want to leave you to die. Even though I'm not in the police anymore, my principles haven't changed since then.
So he's still a police officer at heart. I could see a fierce light in his eyes, and I found myself unable to look away. Perhaps it was because he left such a strong impression on me when he found me paralyzed from the poison. I really want to believe what he's saying. Thank you. A lot's happened, so I'm confused, but I'll think about it once I gather all my thoughts.
Okay. By the way, for the time being, we should exchange contact info, right?
Right. I got everyone's phone numbers just in case. Ermuni said, note, "You go, Ichika!" Getting 4 hot guys' numbers all at once. Well then, I'll come again tomorrow evening. As I left the office, I was blinded by the morning sun.
Hey.
I turned around to find Sasazuka standing there. What is it?
Why didn't you answer the question back there?
Huh?
You asked us to give you some time, but do you really have any reason to reject our help?
Not really, I'm just scatterbrained.
No matter what Yanagi says, your answer doesn't change the fact that you yourself are a clue in the X-Day case. I, at the very least, have no intention of letting you go easily.
What do you mean by that?
If you can use a fool, you should use them, that's all. Why don't you get it?
His eyes narrowed in anger, and then... Suddenly, he pulled strongly on my scarf. Hey!
Shut up.
When I looked at him, his eyes met mine. They looked fierce, almost full of hatred, and glowing red, and they have cat-eye slits. You notice all the guys in this game have cat eyes? I guess it's just the aesthetics. The artist of this game apparently really, really likes cats. A chill ran down my spine, and I couldn't move.
Don't think that just because your life is in danger, you're automatically going to get everyone's sympathy.
Why not? His words hit me like a truck. The sense of calm brought to me by what Yanagi had said earlier disappeared in an instant. At the same time, they made me realize that, in some way, I did think that my situation should elicit some sympathy from others. He's wrong, though. Did he seriously think it didn't matter what happened to me, even though I could be killed in any second?
Whether you realize this or not, the truth is that Adonis finds some sort of value in you.
Could you please get your hand off my neck, Takaru? This isn't necessary.
Have you forgotten what they said? They said they'd be watching us through you. The only thing I will move for is solving the incidents. If I need you to do that, then I won't let you go no matter what.
That's... My voice was hoarse from fear, and being choked probably. My options are you suspecting me, or so you're saying it doesn't matter if I die, and we're choosing the first one. Is it because you suspect me?
That too.
So, there's another reason? When I asked this question, Sasazuka's irritation seemed to grow.
Because you don't have enough sense of danger.
Huh? Yeah, it's true. I'm disappointed in you, Ichika. Seriously. Your police skills are totally lacking. And in the words of the movie A Perfect Getaway, your situational awareness kinda sucks. Come on, Ichika, shooting's not the only police skill you gotta practice, you know. Keep an eye on your surroundings at all times.
Yanagi keeps trying to be nice and taking your thoughts into consideration, but that's the sort of person he is. Mineo is an idiot, so he doesn't think too hard about what's happening around him. Shiraishi is only interested in fun, but he doesn't care what happens in the end. That's why I'm kindly explaining to you what sort of reality you found yourself in.
This is really not so kind. He said these last words in a low whisper, and then let go of my neck. Sasazuka?
You'd better stop taking peace for granted. You're already right in the middle of the X-Day incidents. Unless you want to die, that is.
This person. Perhaps he's worried about me. Or maybe he is just treating me like an idiot after all. But he's right. Say what you will, what Sasazuka had described was without a doubt my reality now. Sasazuka looked at me again, sighed lightly, and began talking.
Got it now? The choice to run away from us doesn't even exist for you right now. The two choices you have are either shut up and help with the investigation, or be watched and exploited by us. So, think about which is the better choice. Understood?
I nodded, all the while his glare seemed to freeze me to the core. You look surprised right now I'm not glaring.
Don't forget what I've said just now, idiot kitten.
With these as his parting words, he disappeared inside the building without looking back. Real nice guy, Takeru. Yeah, you're totally shin from amnesia all over again. I made it back to the crossing as if I were running away. Then I looked behind me, even though I was pretty sure he wouldn't come after me since I saw him going inside the building. I want to get back home as soon as I can. As I was staring intently at the red light, suddenly I felt someone pat me on the shoulder. There's that situational awareness again. Ah! I almost jumped out of my skin in surprise. I turned around to see who it was.
Sorry. You are the girl that was at the detective agency earlier, right?
The SP. I don't know why he'd come to talk to me, so I nodded cautiously. That's right. I had a job for them. I figured that would be a natural reply since they're a detective agency, but for some reason he opened his eyes wide in surprise. Oh, Ichika, you and your lacking detective skills again. You should have remembered that they told you that he was there to watch them and guard them because they were investigating the X-Take incidents, so he already knows what they're investigating. Oh, I'm so ashamed.
Huh? You hired them?
Yes.
That's strange. I heard that as a rule they didn't accept any jobs.
Huh? Really? Flustered at the unexpected reply, I suddenly recalled Yanagi's words.
This man is supposed to guard us while we're investigating the X-Take incidents. He's Kei Okazaki from the Metropolitan Police Security Division. I have no idea what the police is thinking, assigning an SP to us.
He knew that IG and the others were investigating the incidents on their own, or, in other words, that the detective agency was just a front. Oh, text box, which I missed. The previous owner of the place IG and Mineo are renting left a door plate with XX Detective Agency written on it. Mineo had gotten rid of the part where the owner's name was, leaving only Detective Agency, because it sounded cool. Mineo and Shiraishi liked that name because it's short and easy to use. Okay, it's just a little generic is all, but that actually kind of suits their purposes. All the while, regretting my careless mistake, I tried to quickly think of an excuse. Don't think of an excuse, just come clean. He already knows they're investigating the X-Day incidents. Just say you had business with them, and ask Yanagi for any further details, if it's any concern of his. They did it as an exception. They said if I begged them on my knees, they'd agree to do it. That was terrible.
So, you begged them?
Yes, I wanted them to accept the job no matter what.
I see. That must have been hard.
You're not really falling for this, are you? He shot me a pitying look. I probably would have done the same had I been in his shoes. The lights changed. I gotta go. Goodbye. I rattled off a quick goodbye and tried to leave.
Wait. It's dangerous for a woman to walk alone, so I'll walk you back home.
He smiled cheerfully as he pulled on my sleeve. You gotta be kidding me. It's fine. It's right around the corner. No need to escort me. I'm a strong, independent woman who needs no protection. I can protect myself, although I have terrible situational awareness. Alright, well, that is it for today. We met Kei, and he seems rather cute to me. I look forward to advancing his character some, seeing more about him. I'm sure he's way more intelligent than he seems. I think he's just plain dumb, though not quite as dumb as Mineo. Mineo, I just like his eye patch. I have a thing for guys with eye patches for some reason. Usually I just like the tough guys. But there's not really a tough guy in this group. IG is like the closest thing, is like the more stoic type character, I guess. But yeah, there's no big tough guy in here. Anyway, I hope to see you on my future videos. And I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me. And I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.